LeBron James. Whether you hate him or you love him, you can't deny his greatness and that he's one of the best basketball players to ever walk on earth. But today we're going to test his greatness on a different level. We're taking 5 different LeBron James, seeing if they can go 82-0 and win a title. Now on this team full of big dick bronze, we have the 18-year-old rookie LeBron James, who in his first game scored 25.6 rebounds and 9 assists against the Kings. Coming up next, we have the 2007 version of LeBron James. This version of LeBron averaged 30.7 rebounds and 7 assists and led this sorry-ass Cleveland team to the NBA Finals. Next up, we have arguably the best version of LeBron, the Miami Heat LeBron. This one comes in at a 99 overall, and this may have been the most fun version of LeBron to watch, just so explosive and so athletic, but also had great skill. Our 4th LeBron James on our team is the 2015-2016 Cleveland Cavaliers LeBron. This was the LeBron that was finally able to bring a championship back to the land, and has arguably the most iconic play in NBA Finals history with this block. Now, last but not least, we have current LeBron James on the LA Lakers. He is currently averaging 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game at 37 years old. I think this team has a lot of potential. I don't know if we'll be able to go 82-0. Obviously, we put them on Cleveland, and we are currently picked to finish 4th in the East. And in the power rankings, we come in at 10th. Let's simulate this first game against Toronto and see what happens. Okay, we won with an impressive 145-113 dub. The Miami Heat version of LeBron James led us in scoring, as he had 38.6 rebounds and 8 assists on 15 for 17 shooting. I think it's definitely safe to say he might be our best player. But now let's simulate the rest of the season and go ahead and see what happens. Damn, our first L came against Boston. And it was within the first 2 weeks too. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown turned up as they had 33 points and 24 points. When you only have LeBron's playing, this is something I worry about. As you guys can see, we shot a terrible field goal percentage, 36 for 91 and then 7 for 28 from 3. When you're going against a league full of guys like Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, and Trae Young, that's just not going to get it done, man. But there is some good news though, as 4 of our LeBrons ended up making the All-Star team, with the only one that didn't obviously being the rookie version of LeBron at only an 86 overall. One of our LeBron James did end up winning MVP of the league. He averaged 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. From what I can tell, this version of LeBron is the Miami Heat LeBron. That same LeBron ended up winning Defensive Player of the Year, as he averaged 2.5 steals and 1.7 blocks. And on our All-NBA first team, we had 2 LeBron James. Shockingly, one of them is actually the current LeBron. As you can see, he's 38 years old. That's surprising. And LeBron's actually a really underrated defender in his career, and we see that as 4 of our LeBrons make all defensive second team. All of this success led the Cleveland Cavaliers to a record of 71-11, thanks to all 5 of our big dick bronze. Taking a look at the stats, every single LeBron averaged at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists a game, which is absolutely absurd. And in the first round of the playoffs, they ended up beating the Miami Heat 4-2. In the closeout game of that series, we had 3 LeBron James with triple doubles. We went ahead and simulated the next series against the Chicago Bulls, and they easily won that one. This would lead them to matching up with the 76ers in the conference finals, but they actually found themselves down 3-1 in the series. Obviously, we're gonna have to go in here and watch this. It would honestly be shocking to me if Cleveland did not win the title, but it looks like we might be headed that way. I'll say this though, it looks dope having all these LeBrons out on the same court. With a minute and a half to go in the 4th quarter, we found ourselves down by 7 points. Joel Embiid with great post position on LeBron right now. He's gonna go up and shoot a terrible shot, and he misses. LeBron's gonna shoot a contested 3-point shot. That's not gonna end up well. That's a miss. Oh, but we tipped it, and oh my god, 5-point game. Looks like we're gonna be forced to start fouling, which means this one is pretty much a done deal. LeBron's gonna take one more fadeaway 3, and he's gonna miss it, and that is going to bring this season to an unfortunate early end. All of our LeBrons put up pretty decent stat lines. As you guys can see, we shot below 50% from the field and below 30% from 3. That would lead to our demise. Dallas Mavericks would end up winning the title, with Luka Doncic, of course, winning Finals MVP, averaging 39, 10, and 10. I think the biggest thing to learn going into next season is that shooting might be an issue. We decided to get the band back together one more time though to see if we could make it work, but unfortunately we lost another game early in the season, this time against the Bulls. In that game, Zach LaVine had 42 and 10, and DeMar DeRozan had 31 and 6. Apparently we can't guard fucking anybody. And in season number 2, there were actually a lot more L's. I guess we just couldn't make it through one fucking video without Doncic winning an MVP. However, we did have a LeBron win 6th Man of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Apparently the CPU thinks it'd be better to have fucking Elfrid Payton running the one. I'm switching that immediately. We once again did get the number 1 seed. We finished with a much worse record than last year at only 64-18, so 7 losses worse. Let's simulate this first series game by game and see what happens. We win game 1, we win game 2, we win game 3, and it looks like that is going to be an easy sweep against Milwaukee. Once again, in the first round of that series, we didn't have a single player average below 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. In this next round, we'll be taking on the Charlotte Hornets. They do have LaMelo Ball, but the rest of their players honestly look very mediocre, and that led us to another 4-0 sweep. We were back in the Eastern Conference Finals, this time taking on the Boston Celtics, and they still still pretty much have the same core of their team: Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Smart. This one will actually be interesting seeing how we do. I'm going to simulate it game by game so you guys don't accuse me of forcing wins. Why the fuck would I do that? It literally doesn't matter to me at all who wins these series. But as we can see right here, Cleveland advances in 5 games. So through 3 rounds of the playoffs so far, we are currently 12-1, proving LeBron James is the GOAT. Just kidding. I only said that because I know it pisses some of you off. But now we find ourselves in the NBA Finals against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert. Once again, we'll simulate game by game to see what happens. Cleveland wins game 1, game 2, game 3. It looks like we might have a sweep on our hands from the LeBrons. A little over halfway through the 3rd quarter, we found ourselves up 5 points. LeBron James has the ball, dive into the basket. He's going to shoot an easy left-handed floater. That one's up and good. LeBron has the ball. He's driving in with the shot clock winding down. That's going to be another easy left-handed layup, man. It's too simple. We went ahead and simulated the rest of the game, though, and our Cleveland Cavaliers were going to easily sweep the NBA Finals. But a great thing to see so many LeBrons happy to win a championship. It goes without saying that LeBron James wins Finals MVP. In that series, the Finals MVP averaged 26.7 rebounds and 8 assists with 3 steals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that answers our question on if 5 LeBrons can win an NBA title. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, but most importantly, leave a comment. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm becoming attraction.